Hi, I'm Whitney Lanning with the Rowlett City Council, and I'm here today with my friend Lee Shaw, our October Spirit of Rowlett awardee. Lee is a dedicated volunteer with the Rowlett Fire Department and has received numerous awards recognizing her contributions to our city. Hello, Lee. How are you?
Hi, Whitney. So glad to be here. This is the perfect forum to talk about volunteering, and I appreciate all of this.
Lee, tell us how long you've lived in the city.
I've lived here 14 years. My husband had looked at areas that he wanted to move to when he got this job in the city of Dallas. He was the emergency manager there. And so he looked all around, the demographics, everything that he could possibly look at, and he said that he really liked this because it was going to be a growing, wonderful community for families.
Lee, tell us about what you've done here.
Okay.
You've got loads of experience that I'm sure you put to good use here in the city. So tell us about what you've done here in the Rowlett to make us better.
Well, I am a planner. I plan everything. So the emergency plan in 2009 had to be implemented. I mean, it had to be updated, and it was a basic plan. So with that, it's done every 5 years. And when Chief Harris came, he was made the fire chief.
Yes.
in February of 2009, and I called him in April, and I said, "Do you need any help?" Which was really perfect timing for him and for me. And he said, "Yes, we do need you coming for the interview." So I did. And we worked on the emergency plan from that day until we submitted it in September of 2009. It had to go to the state. It's a lot of work. The emergency plan is the document that we use to respond to emergencies, tornadoes, flooding, whatever we may have. I have worked with emergency plans. I like to think that I'm a mentor for the people that come into my office and we sit and talk, because I had employees before in the 911 center, and I worked with the police and fire department. So it was good for me to experience the personal touch that I can give. And if they have a problem where they just want to talk about a situation or a book that we've read, or I bring books in all the time and say, "I want you to read this. It's a good management skill book." So I'm just there to help with whatever they want. Documentation of the tornado was one. That was tough. And but I'm just there for whatever I need to do.
And Lee, I understand you've also had some experience with grants. I know that we recently were awarded a SAFER grant that helped us to hire 9 new firefighters. And talk a little bit about how we did that.
I knew that North Little Rock had got a SAFER grant. So I went there and I talked to the people, and I says, "Can I have a copy of it?" Because normally you don't share things like that. And since I came out of there, they were very generous in allowing me to have it. So I brought it back. I went to the city manager, Brian Vandenberg, and I went to the fire chief, and I said, "Look, you know, the timing is very important on this. Maybe we need to consider getting this." The SAFER grant gets your personnel. It pays for your firefighters' salaries and benefits, which is a lot of money for 3 years. But it also has stipulations. Maybe it'll start at 75%, 50%, then 25%.
Yes.
And so that was good to bring to here, because we're going to need them. We do need them.
Absolutely.
We have needed them.
And that was a very large benefit to the city that saved us over $1.4 million in cost savings for personnel and salaries. So tell us, what's one of your most memorable volunteer experiences that you've had here in Rowlett? I know you've had a lot, and you've been so involved in so many different projects for public safety. Tell us about the one that really sticks out in your mind as that gave you the most satisfaction.
The first time that I got an award for doing that emergency plan, I was shocked. I just thought that's what we ought to do, and I was happy doing it. I am not a person that that really looks at getting awards, or that's not why I do this. I do this for the good of our community. I have always been a good public servant.
And we're so much better off as a city for doing that, because not only was it a reauthorization of the plan, but you actually participated in the upgrade of that plan from a very basic one to an advanced level. So is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I do. I think that this is a good time to talk about volunteers. This city has a lot of volunteers.
We do.
People that don't ask for anything. We use our own gas, we use our own time, and for several reasons it's good to volunteer. I mean, who gets the most out of this? I do. I am able to be retired. I have the time, just like others do, and more so the ones that have a full-time job and still volunteer, like in CERT or in VIPS, the Parks Department. There's some at Public Works, and it gives me a lot of satisfaction. I need to see people. I need to be with people. People my age are living longer. And so we need to have something that can feed our soul, if I can say it that way. It's good for me, it's good for the community.
Well, Lee, we appreciate you. It's been my honor to have you here today and talk to the folks of the city of Rowlett. We are so glad that you made the choice 14 years ago to move here to the city and that you chose to volunteer with us. So congratulations again.
Well, thank you very much.
Good luck, and we hope that you'll keep volunteering. And as for you folks in the audience, we hope that you also will continue volunteering for the city. For more information about volunteering, you can go to the city's website, and there are resources there to look for different volunteer groups within the city, as well as volunteering for the city itself. So have a great week. We thank you, and good luck.
Do you know someone who makes a difference in Rowlett? Nominate them for the Spirit of Rowlett Award at rowlett.com/spirit.